The next video is quite the interesting one. It was shared by Felix L. and it was recorded by a security camera mounted outside the family home. The homeowner was alarmed by his dog barking outside. He also seemed to be running around and perhaps even playing with something. Nothing too crazy to be honest, right? But there was a mysterious detail that first went unnoticed. A little cloud seems to be floating by, just moments before the homeowner steps out of the house to check on the dog. The interesting part of it is that the family had lost one of their pets recently. This is at least what a commentator in the ghost forum stated. Is it safe to assume that their dog was perhaps playing with a lost friend that night? Or is it just the dog's breath appearing to be some form of cloud or orb? What do you think? Now we want to take another look at Ghost of Carmel, Maine, where Kent is still investigating the hauntings in this old home, and he shared some really terrifying captures with us. Take a look.
Okay, that was definitely footsteps. Hello? Hello? After reviewing the recording, when the door opens, there looks like a shadow on the wall, but then a white mist quickly appears and moves to the side, then a downward motion. I did hear the disembodied voice, but couldn't make out what was said. After closely examining the footage, there did appear to be an apparition standing in the corner. But then there was movement. What looked like an apparition instantly turns into a white mist. The mist moves exactly like an orb, then disappears behind the bed. I've had a theory orbs can quickly change into mists, and the mist can quickly change into an apparition, then quickly change back and vanish. I see these mists move in my room almost every night, but this is the closest evidence mists are, to me, undeveloped apparitions that can quickly form into a full figure and back into a mist.
Are we potentially seeing the spirit disappearing behind the bed? Like many other apparitions did in the past, I still believe that the bloodstain on the floor is some form of portal for the apparitions.
But this is not an isolated incident. 2 days later, another encounter takes place. I'm serious. Patty?
Kent enters into the seemingly empty bedroom, but then something happened.
What the hell was that? I saw what looked like a white piece of paper floating across the stairway. We have seen papers levitating in midair and drop. When I viewed the recording, I was shocked to see a dark figure walking in front of the door. It looked like it came from the closet wall and walked right past the outer wall, based on its movements. I have seen this exact same shaped apparition before. 4 years ago, this apparition was captured in the living room. It looked like someone picked up a child and walked away. This time it looks like it's carrying a piece of paper. If the front section of this house was a former schoolhouse, could this be residual energy of the school teacher?
So, do you think this could be a shadow carrying a piece of paper or other item, perhaps? Or what else could this be? I'm actually out of ideas here, to be honest. Can we see it visiting Kent and even touching his hand here?
Whoa, okay, alright. I won't touch you. Okay, get off me. Okay, get back over there.
Make sure to follow the whole investigation in the last chapter of Kent's Ghost Chronicles on Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Now we will take a look at a recording that was sent by Julius M. and it was initially recorded and shared by Angelica Hernandez. That night she was home alone with her nephew. It wasn't the first time that she was babysitting him, and they were doing silly recordings together ever so often. This particular night, both of them were watching TV together at first, before Angie came up with the idea that her little nephew should perform a dance. It probably would have been a really cute recording. However, the moment the recording starts, something grabs the attention of the little kid. Something that wasn't seen at the time by Angie.
Dance, baby. What? What? Alicia. What happened? What? What do you see? They think it's good. I mean, what do you see?
A dark shadow seems to be standing in the kitchen, and for whatever reason, Angie was not able to see this at the time. Only her little nephew could. He initially stops in his tracks and just stares at that thing. He tries to tell his auntie about somebody that was possibly frightening him. Of course, this was no ordinary item that was stored back there, and apparently the window was not obstructed by anything, based on Angie's reports. So, are we looking at a shadow figure here that was visiting that night? A malevolent entity, perhaps? Or what's your best guess? Nicole Bushinsky shared the following in a paranormal group. This was something that was picked up on my friend's baby monitor system. It's two different photos. In one of them, that thing is coming into the room. In another one, it seems to be leaving the room. My first thought was definitely something demonic. Then, a friend of mine shared that it looks like the Cherub Angel, but I really don't know honestly. What do you guys think? Could the CCTV camera in her friend's home capture a demonic or angelic apparition visiting the baby at night here? YouTuber WriteMe5 is a channel which features adventures and trips that the channel owner undertakes on a motorbike. His viewers mostly tune in to enjoy the entertaining rides and to explore areas together with the uploader. The following video was captured on one of the man's trips to Africa. He was out with another colleague and they were driving through a field area in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty late already and they were on the way to his colleague's hut to take a rest for the day.
Por aquí. Por aquí, todo recto. ¿Ya quiere para dormir? Ah, sí, para poner la tienda de campaña. ¿Para dormir, eh? Sí. En mi casa. Ok, muito obrigado, amigo.
Noticed anything? Let's look at that again. Would appear like a person that is standing there in pitch darkness. Nobody, his colleague of the day included, could identify it, and it's not common for people to just stay in pitch darkness, a truly odd capture, which made everybody included really uneasy. What could this have been? A spirit perhaps? Or was it somebody that was not accounted for after all? Now we want to follow a ghost hunter named Code. He traveled to an abandoned building, which apparently is said to house strange shadow entities. It was recently abandoned by a family, since they could never get rid of these strange hauntings. Code made it up on himself to figure out if these legends about these unusual events were true. Let's take a look.
Poxa, tá travado aqui hoje.
Our friend seems to be a bit unconventional. It's not a common sight to have a so-called ghost hunter walking around with a piece, but probably it was for protection against other people, right? After opening a window, stuff now seemed to come down onto the man.
Opa! Tem gente aí, galera. Tem gente aí? Tô armado, hein? Cara, que sinistro. É você, Mulher Preto? Nossa, que é isso, velho?
What appears to be a dark shadow seems to be seen more and more in this house. And only a few moments after that, it even seems to manifest. Some people believe that, at least. In the end, the man decided to make it out of there straight after, since he was pretty freaked out. I think that is understandable. The following video was shared by Tony Noguera. This evening, he had recorded his young son dancing to some music. It was one of these ordinary family recordings at first, not the best quality, and basically something you'll watch once and then never think of ever again. However, after Tony had posted the video on his profile, somebody realized that there seemed to be something else on the footage.
Dan, look at Elijah, go like this. Elijah, hey, like this. Elijah, look it. Hey. Elijah, go like this. Were you dancing to some Green Day? Dance, go.
His child is looking at something, but at what exactly? What looks like another child is standing in the back for a very brief moment. People say that they see the child moving in from the right and exiting to the left. After Tony's kid makes direct eye contact with it, it disappears. What a strange and bone-chilling encounter. Someone stated that this other kid seems to be wearing a sleeping outfit, and that it is quite unnatural how easily it disappears from the shot, seconds after appearing. The child's silhouette is completely off. There's no clear reflection at the time. The mirror in the scene does show the dancing kid's reflection, however. That's pretty mysterious. Was the family visited by a real ghost child here? Or are we looking at something demonic even? Really creepy, to say the least. The following video was shared by Notel4117 and he opened a thread in the paranormal Reddit section. For whatever reason, there seems to be a creepy shadow appearing in one of the bedrooms of his aunt's house that he is sitting over the weekend. He states, "Tell me I'm not the only one who sees this. I'm house sitting for my aunt who is out of town and I'm kind of freaking out right now."
I don't know if I'm seeing or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room, right? There's no one in here. Right? Nothing. Closet. Nothing. Alright, now tell me, right on the monitor here, tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room. Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and
He then places a little ball in the room to show that something's definitely wrong in there.
Let's see how this goes. Okay, alright. Fuck, there is definitely something in there.
What do you think is happening in there? Where's the shadow coming from? Could it perhaps just be from the T-Rex toy? Some say it does look like the shadow of a child. Hard to say. And what was throwing the ball exactly? Who can say for sure? This was posted by Asosa94. The man states that he is a security guard at a car auction. The old building is known for its many ghost stories. This evening, he was the only person remaining in this building, and as he was about to use the washroom, he was hearing some creepy noises stemming out of there, and he was terrified. Could the voice say, "Help me," perhaps? What do you hear exactly?